I want to welcome you to the December 17th episode of Laid Back History's 2023 Advent Calendar. And what we're talking about today, I'm not talking about really anything. I'm letting Drew talk. So a couple days ago, or earlier in this series, we talked about this coconut, which was shipped to Earl Forest by W.R. Hiller. Shipped to Forest on I believe on Locust, might have been where it was shipped to.
Walnut.
Was it Walnut? I don't remember. No, that's a UST. That's got to be Locust. I don't know. Anyway, it was shipped to Earl Forest from Florida. So I said on there that I believe I said on there that you had something else from Earl Forest, and that was this what we think is a cigar ashtray. This has just been in your house for a year. You haven't really thought about it. Okay.
Well, it's been in my house for a lot longer than
that. A lot longer than that.
The coconut came out of a chicken coop.
Chicken coop. Okay. Yeah. It was dirty, filthy.
Yeah.
So you can see, though, it says Earl R. Forest. So
nice Western scene there.
Yes, which he traveled in the West all over the place. So we have the coconut and forest, and what we talked about in the previous episode is I said something, I don't remember my exact wording, was like, I wonder what the connection between Drew's farm, the Ross family, and Earl Forest would be. And you think you have the answer, so we're back just to listen to him say that.
I do think I have the answer.
Okay.
So my great uncle, whose real name was Wallace Shannon Ross.
Okay.
But some older people who are still involved in the community, who are still alive, know him as Tom Ross. But Tom wasn't his name.
Wallace Shannon?
Yeah.
To Tom.
He became Tom.
I don't know because he didn't want to be called Wallace?
I suppose.
And Shannon wasn't great either?
There's that.
Okay, anyway. So Tom.
He was the son of Frank L. Ross Sr., who built the farm in 1910.
Okay.
Uncle Tom passed in 1993 before I was born, but there's a lot of people around who still remember Tom Ross.
Okay.
A lot of 50 or 60-something guys I've met who worked for Uncle Tom and such like that.
Interesting, okay.
Uncle Tom was a ring-man for Martin Hallam, who was an auctioneer. Prolific auctioneer in Washington County.
When you say a ring man,
if you've ever been to an auction, the guys who kind of stand on the side and throw their hands up when somebody bids that's in front of them, they kind of watch their own section and watch for people bidding.
Gotcha.
So nobody gets missed.
Okay.
And then they'll take the item and take it from the auctioneer's block down to whoever won it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So he was a ring man from Martin Hallam. We have a lot of antiques that he just bought because they went for cheap,
right? Or
nobody even wanted them, so he would pay a penny. A lot of old tools still in boxes because he just bought a penny box because nobody else wanted to buy these old rusty tools, and he would refinish them. He would buy broken chairs. He was quite a woodworker.
He'd fix them and resell them, or
no, they were in the attic. He would buy them and fix them and then just put them there. So
leave them for you.
Maybe we can do a laid back history on just some of these chairs.
We should just go to your attic and just see what's up there.
There's a lot of stuff up there. Some of it's pretty scary.
We might have to do that.
Well, from the chicken house that's still full of all kinds of
artifacts
stuff.
and stuff. Okay.
Yeah. There's been a lot of stuff that we pulled out of the chicken house that we donated. That Washington Waynesburg Railroad crate.
Oh yeah.
Made its way to Greene County Historical Society.
About that, yeah. Well, anyway, back to
coconut.
Back to Thomas.
So, he, as far as we can speculate, obviously the mystery has unfortunately died with him.
Right.
Martin Hallam probably handled Earl Forest's estate sale.
Gotcha. Okay.
And these went up for sale, and because it was a random coconut and a ashtray that had somebody else's name on it,
right? They
probably didn't go for a lot of money at said estate sale.
So he ended up.
So they ended up just at home.
Okay, so that actually makes a lot of sense. Because we were talking about it, and I don't even know at the beginning of this if I said this is Drew, but you guys should know him by now. So
I think on the the Wikipedia page for this, it says I'm a co-host.
Okay, is that what it says? Okay, so Drew Ross, from Ross Farms, you get that in there now. But
we watched this far into the program.
Exactly. So we were trying to figure out, did he know him, or was there some connection that way, with your family?
Which he might have. We know that the farm has a very long history of Washington County first, but also just being in operation.
So it wouldn't surprise me if Earl Forrest was out there for some reason at some point.
Writing the definitive history of Washington County, I'm sure he stumbled upon the Rosses at some point.
Well, the Rosses are in there, yeah. I mean, if you look at the...
Well, I've never seen it.
Yeah,
Thanks for sharing it with me.
No problem. I'll go see it at some point. But yeah, they're in there, so that actually makes a ton of sense. And so he may have either bought them because he knew them, or just because it's a freaking coconut.
Earl Forrest may have given them to him.
Right.
We can only speculate.
So I think it's a good guess, though, that if he did end up with all these random things
and
from other auctions.
We have more papers in the archives at the farm than one could ever imagine to look through. But as we slowly go through everything that's there, I'll keep an eye out.
Okay.
If he ever got a letter from Earl Forrest, I'm sure it's there for some reason. I mean, we have Uncle Tom's brother Frank Jr. Was a territory salesman for Fordson tractors,
right,
for the whole western and southern part of Pennsylvania, and we have binders full of memos that came from head office in Dearborn about we need to move more of this model, or there's a defective bolt on the whatever series plow that needs to be changed before the dealers put it out on the floor, and binders of stuff that absolutely has no bearing on my current life.
Right, but still really cool.
We have the receipts when they built the house.
Nice. Of
the bricks and the lumber and everything that they bought.
So we're going to go back over there. These are short episodes. We're not going to get into all that, but we're going to go back over there for a
can start our own series, probably.
Ross's laid back history.
What didn't they throw away that?
Laid back farming. We got to put laid back in there somewhere. It's a brand now.
You should patent that.
I'll try. All right. Anyway, so we may have solved the mystery. Let's just end there. Drew, thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thanks for trying to figure out how you got this stuff. So.
You're like a real life Indiana Jones. Do you know
that? I'm gonna end on that.
And these belong in a museum.
There you go.
And they've made it here.
All right. Well, again, Drew, thanks, man. And we will see you tomorrow for the December 18th.
Oh,
no, you're not going to. Yeah, these people. We'll see you tomorrow for the December 18th episode of Laid Back Histories 2023 Advent Calendar.